All right. So let's let's let you get a cup of warm milk, wrap yourself up in a blanket, and listen to my story. So I went to Connecticut with my wife had to go to a baby shower, but hey, what's that? I'm live on YouTube. Anyways, so my wife went to a baby shower, and I got to have some free time. So I went to the Pez Museum, which was awesome. Hey, Renee Sparks, how's it going? Everybody follow Renee. But so I went to the Pez Museum. It was amazing for $15. It was only like you give them like $9 for the two people. Oh, I'm telling my story about going on vacation. Yeah, I went to the Pez Museum. I went to Yale, another vacation there, or another museum there. The Yale Peabody Museum was awesome. It took in what did I do on the Peabody Museum? Oh, it was like dinosaurs. It was a once in a lifetime experience. Oh, this is fantastic. That's great. Uh, Check out my Cadillac hubcaps. There is a skull from Halloween. There's a dust shield. There's my father-in-law's election sign. There's another Cadillac hubcap. But anyways, so the Connecticut was beautiful. The weather was nice. There was barely any snow, barely any ice. Oh, I agree. Yeah, my son is adorable. We'd go to other people, hang out with other people, and it's like I can't believe how beautiful his little face is, his little nose, his little teeth. He's just perfect compared to other children. I'm just the luck of the draw. Is this lighting weird? Yeah, this lighting is weird. Yeah, I cannot complain about how cute my son is. Maybe this better lighting. There's my garden shears, some belts. I had that hat since I was a little kid. Yeah, I can't complain about how cute my son is, though. He's a pretty funny guy. Oh yeah, so I was saying scenic a lot in Connecticut, and he was saying scenic, and I'm like, what is scenic? He was saying that to me. He's like, this house is very scenic. I'm like, ooh, that was it. That was funny. But oh yeah, so I made a whole bunch of videos. We got to go to IKEA. IKEA was nice. We whoops. Bought that shelf that's going sideways right there. It's hard to do that with your arm. I have to assemble that eventually. Bookshelf, IKEA. You can see it. This is an IKEA, sponsored by IKEA. What else we do? Yeah, so that was a great time. Long drive. Got to visit all the different people. There's my weed eater. If you ever need to take the head of this kind of weed eater off, it turns the opposite way that you'd think. Hey, my bird farm, how is it going? I love watching birds. I live across the road from a osprey nest. The osprey nest, they're pretty cool. They take and crow at you for like 8 months a year, but they are a beautiful bird. Love their little babies. They'll be coming back soon. Oh, thanks for the congratulations, Renee. Everybody follow Renee. She's nice. What's her dog's name? Brewster? I want to say she's got a cute little dog named Brewster. I enjoy this drink. If anybody wants to give me a sponsor to this. What else did we do that was fun? Yeah, Connecticut was great though. The Pez Museum was very cheap. It's like $9 to get in, and they give you $4 back at the end. And then so I was $15, and I got this whole like bucket of Pez. And Pez is delicious. If you ever go to the Pez Museum, it's delicious, fresh. I've never had fresher Pez. Who knew that was great when it was brand new as compared to 2 years old? And the My Bird Farms and welcome to my live stream too. All right. Am I saying that right? Maybe it's different. It's like ML Mile Bird Farm. Yeah, I love birds though. We have blue heron too that fly around. There's a rookery over that way, and once the ospreys come though, the blue heron hang over. What they say, the ospreys don't like the blue heron because the blue heron will swipe their eggs. Oh, thanks for Brewster is a wired hair terrier, almost 10. My dogs are 14, Dakota, Black Lab and Husky, and Buster is a Black Lab Beagle, maybe a wiener dog mix, and he's 11. They are, oh, hey, DL, how's it going? Everybody follow her. She's got the greatest, she lives in the greatest area for seals, and she goes to the greatest parks. What was it there? There's that sinkhole thing, like a reservoir that has like an overflow. That is pretty neat to look at. But yeah, so we got to Connecticut. I did some drone flying around at the beaches and stuff. That was cool. King of the West Midlands, how are you doing? I haven't seen King of the West Midlands. I will try to take and check your channel. Maybe I've seen you before. But that's a great name to start with. Yeah, so I was flying the drone around. We went to the beach. The beach was a little chilly. It was like in the 50s with a little wind. But the sand, there was no snow. That was great to take and get out of the snow for. Right now it's 50 outside right now and pouring rain. I'll show you. The snow is incredible. It's been raining for 2 days. So if you see the snow on the roof of my truck still, it's been raining for 2 days. That's how much snow we still have. Yeah, it's rainy out here though. Maybe I can turn this around. Oop. Yeah, we got plenty of snow. Oh yeah, look at my trash can compared to that snowbank right there from the road. It is just up there. What is going on with this? Sorry about that. My tripod was unscrewed partially. Yeah, I'll definitely check out King of the Midwest. I might have looked. Oh man, that's a chatted with a million people when it comes to YouTube. But yeah, I wanted. Oh yeah, so here's the interesting part of my story. I got back to work. Right. I got back to work, and this coworker who would always, just be like a pain. He would, micromanage me and do all sorts of stuff, like just find stuff, defects in my work to complain about that nobody else would care about. And, this, whatever I'd be working on, he'd try to get me to work on something else. Just one of those kind of guys. So anyways, he took and he was harassing somebody else, and they took and sent him to a different building, so they don't work at my building anymore. So I was like, that was one of my biggest complaints, was this one guy micromanaging me who was younger, barely worked there. Yeah, I've worked there since 2001. He worked there like 3 years. So it was like, I don't have to deal with that guy anymore. Hooray. And so that was the thing when I said no problems last forever. I said something like that. It was like a Tony Robbins reference where he, I am so thrilled. I don't have to go to work every day and have him watch me. Like, so if I stopped doing stuff, he was right there. A new guy, so a guy that's been there forever. It's like a ton of bricks have been released from me that I don't have to deal with anymore. Hey, Nature Dogs Realms. They're good. I've watched them before. I'm trying to think exactly. Oh yeah. No, I had a boss who was about as good as I could do it, but he was like, he's grouchy. He was just trying to survive his workday. I had dirt on my face. So he's trying to survive his workday, and he wasn't a fan of getting like asked questions and stuff. So it was hard to take in. And we would agree on 99% of everything, but we got a new boss who is he's a younger guy, but he's really really smart. Where he was like he just dealt with people really well, really good communicator. Oh man, he's a great guy. He gave me a good raise. He like worries about me if I like have a sad face, look on my face. He's like, well, what's going on, kind of thing, I've never had a boss this a level of like good at being a boss. And yeah, so we got him like 4 months ago, and he finally kicked that other guy out to the other building. So such a relief to have not be micromanaged. But that guy's a great. I can't complain about my new boss. He's a sweet guy. He makes you want to work hard and do everything you can for him. He's every day. He's like, you think you did a great job. Thanks for coming in. All that kind of stuff. It's like, what are you working on now? It's like, I've got this. Do you want me to go left or right? My old boss, he wasn't, we always agree on stuff. So if I'd ask him, like, what should I do? And he's like, oh, what did you do last time? Hey, Chief 408D. Yeah. Right? No, I can't complain about yeah, I can't complain about what's it called there? The new boss. He's great. Yeah, younger guy. I can come to him with anything. He deals with the other. So we have two buildings, or we have three buildings. So we got a bunch of buildings. But the two buildings that really we make parts of one building, send them to another building. Those people would guess what you're doing, and it was like they didn't know, you know. So if they weren't there to know, they just didn't believe what you tell them. So then we got a boss in between. So then they're like, send me on goose chases looking for a particular thing, and then they'd find it in the other building. No, I lucked out there. They so he gets to do all those things, and I take and can just work straight, making lawnmower parts, lawnmower after lawnmower parts. So that's a relief. Let's see what's in my here's my leftover buttons. Anybody need a button? Oh, I can't complain. Yeah, my son is definitely a. No, I've had a lot of. I've had a couple of great bosses. I can't. I had a couple of really great bosses. I had this one guy who just knew everything, like a Rain Man like personality. He was great, but his boss right above him was terrible. He was friends with somebody, got hired in like above people, and then just didn't understand how things work. That was not a fan of that guy. But I was a fan of the guy right above me who was like, I'm like, what's this? He's like, I know exactly where it is. Pull it off a shelf. He was like, the numbers this guy can remember. It was amazing. We had to do all these 5-digit numbers, and he knew them all. Saw a lawnmower part, knew where it was, knew what shelf it was, how many there were. Oh, thanks. How's it going, everybody? LTN Elmoman. I don't know if that's Lieutenant. I feel like I've watched this stuff before, or does he have stuff? Anybody, feel free to follow that guy. He's good. He's what else we got going on there? What did I do? Yep. So then I've had a bunch of different bosses, but I can't complain about those guys. What else did I got to talk about? Yep, the trip to Connecticut. I couldn't complain about the trip to Connecticut. Long drive. Wow, we forgot to stop at the Loves. The Loves outside of Albany on your way to Connecticut, somewhere in there, there's a Love's gas station. It's awesome. It's got you can build a whole tractor trailer from all the parts they have. Greetings from Germany. Germans. I love German Shepherds. They're a good dog. I got two black labs. I had a black lab German Shepherd. He was a great dog. His name was Goliath. He was huge. He had this huge upper body. So he stood. He was one of those dogs that stood with like his upper body was bigger and his lower. And he was such a great dog. He was like already trained, and he must have gotten lost or something. I can't imagine somebody giving him up. I got him from the Humane Society. He was a great dog. I never knew what he learned, or I didn't know what he was till we just find out. You ask him something, and he knew what to do. He was so good when I'd walk him on a leash. I didn't even need the leash. He'd just stay right there. He wasn't dragging you along. It's a good dog, that Goliath. He didn't live very long. He had a bunch of health issues, and they thought he had like cancer or something. And then he passed away. I only owned him for 8 months. Great dog, though. Great German Shepherd. So I bought another dog, my dog Dakota. She was a black lab puppy, and I thought it was the black lab that was the good dog. It was the German Shepherd. She was black lab and husky, and that was a different story. She pulled me on the leash like she was a dog sled thing, and she didn't get over that until she was about 10. Now she's 14 now. She doesn't pull me on the leash anymore. She's a sweet dog now, but whoo. And huskies are very vocal. They're like, so grumpy. Always like making husky voices. They're funny. Let's see, anybody else? It is interesting, people popping in now. I wonder who's watching now. 2 people. 2 people, can't complain about that. 333. Oh, thank you. Thank you for Renee for being Yeah, I don't know why your thing popped into however we met. This is random people on the YouTubes. It showed me people have like four views on a video, and I click on it and watch it. I'm like, this is pretty good. I'll watch this guy. I'll subscribe to this guy. Then some they like talk to me, and I'm like, all right, I'll subscribe to him. And then I'm like, I forgot to watch a video. And then you watch it. It's like, watch another one. And you're like, yeah. Yeah, you're not into every possible thing. And there's too many people to watch. Yep. I'm trying to think. Yeah, there's a couple of random people though. Neat people like DL or National Park Princess. She's always cool. And then there's like what was it, the people from Pennsylvania? There's a bunch of Pennsylvanian YouTubers. Those are always interesting. Yeah, and I follow all sorts of people. There's people I follow, they barely comment on my videos, and people that comment on, you're like, I gotta watch your videos because they comment on mine so much. Yeah, so I got a whole bunch of videos from that Connecticut trip. I think I shot 4 or 5 different videos. They'll be popping out here and there when I get them edited. I've edited 2. Oh yeah, that Pez Museum is good, and so is the Yale Museum, Peter Peabody Museum. That was great. I like it's so beautiful. It was amazing. 3 stories. Thing's built like a castle. All the dinosaurs. I've never seen dinosaur bones like that before. And it was free, so you can't complain about it. Me and my son had a great old time with it. Was like just things everywhere. All the things. Arts and gold rush stuff and yeah, dinosaurs and every kind of animal you could possibly think, and kid zones and oh, I see. This is rough in Germany right now. You feel bad for anybody who's got to struggle. Or I see like you see on what was it on Instagram? For some reason, I get all sorts of people from Ukraine, and I'd see all their interesting things. I'm like, it's like these beautiful people, and this parts of it are beautiful, and then other parts are just like piles of boulders now. And it's like, these poor people, they have to live with whatever's going on the upper levels of politics of people wanting to whatever. But it's like, what a tough experience. Like a beautiful country, but then you have the Middle East. Yeah, I've never been over there. My wife's got a cousin that lives in London. That's kind of interesting. That they I'll admit my Instagram and Facebook and YouTube page are all very similar. I don't there's more full-length videos on the YouTube, but a lot of the shorts and stuff are the same as what I put on the stories. So I do threads also, but it might just be a duplicate of my other pages too. It just says the same things, maybe almost exactly. They just all post however they post. All right. Well, that has been fun. It's been 18 minutes. Strangers in your own country. That's tough. That's tough with what do they say? Like the birthrights. You're like, I didn't get to pick where I was born, but then you can't cross this border. Or it's crazy how countries and whatever, however the society works. It is wild that we got people that it's like a struggle, like a 10-year struggle to come into America, and I was just like born here on accident. It's like I didn't mean to. It's the luck of the draw when I come to. Yeah. Hopefully you do well in Germany. There's definitely interesting areas, all the different places. I'm trying to think of what's I just don't know what's going on in Germany. There's so many. I'm American. I don't follow all the politics. I follow a lot of Paw Patrol and Camp to Underpants and whatever a 3-year-old to watch, and then whatever I see with my phone on mute, I watch what I could. You see what you see, but they don't in America. They don't always show you everything. Strangers in your own country. Oh, I got distracted here. My bike trailer is a flat tire. I had to fix that before spring. I take my son out on massive bike rides. Oh yeah, he's got his cool bike right here. Got Nice new bike helmet. That is tight. Cool new bike. Pretty cool. The police officer actually gave me this helmet and the bike my uncle gave us. Yeah, can't complain about that. All those things that add up. I guess I could go build this IKEA shelf. Or maybe I should wait for my son to come home so he can have the enjoyment of building it like a giant set of Legos. There's our mail over on the snowblower. What else is on here? Hey, Barry, how you doing? Yeah, everybody go watch Barry. He's a good guy. Yeah. Charming fellow, takes walks. Does all the talking about all the different things. Yeah, Barry, he's a good commenter and stuff. Yeah, good guy. He does I think the snow is not as bad where he lives right now. I feel I remember that. I don't know where he's I feel like he's probably told me a million times. There's so many people. I should get going though. I'll get my son off the bus. Thanks for watching, everybody who's watching. Have a good day.